Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel Psychological Theatre. And today I thought I would talk from this beautiful location. This is a frozen river, and I thought I could share this with you. So, in today's topic, I would like to talk about a very important thing that we experience in daily life, especially when we are trying to communicate with someone or we are trying to develop a relationship with someone, and that is the difference between observation and personal opinion. Now, there have been many instances in our life where we have to use a very stupid phrase. I'm sorry, I call it stupid, and the phrase is agree to disagree. And this phrase is only applicable for the situations or for people who are not able to observe what is happening clearly. And that's why personal opinions differ, and the end conclusion is agree to disagree. But I think today we should make it a little more clear that what's the difference between the two words observation and having a personal opinion, or we also use sometimes the feeling this is how I feel, this is how I see it, according to me it's like this. So all these statements come under the personal opinion part of it. So one of the most simplest answers to this question would be that when you don't invest, when you don't put anything in your observation, and your observation is very clean, so as to say, not personal, it's not a personal observation, but it's just a observation, just like a machine or as a camera would observe without putting its own personal elements, because a camera doesn't have its own personal elements. So then this kind of observation I would call as observation. Okay, but the moment we start putting our own elements into our observation, we start putting our feelings, how we feel, we observe from a prejudice, we observe from a motive, from a profit, from a loss, from fear, from happiness, anything, then in this kind of situations our observation becomes our personal opinion. And this is where the differences arises. We generally think that we are so different that everyone has different opinion literally about most things. But if you would observe it a little more carefully, then you would see that when you don't put in anything, when you just observe the fact as it is, and you also describe it as long as it's a fact, then there are no problems actually. For example, we can take the example uh, of this ship, this ship, very small ship on a frozen river. So as I'm looking to the ship, I could say it's a ship. I can say I'm looking at a ship. I can also say I'm looking at a white ship. I can also say I'm looking at a nice ship. I'm looking at a beautiful ship. I'm looking at an ugly ship. So there are many ways of describing the same happening of observation. Okay, so the moment we invest our own personal taste into it, when you say, yeah, it's a ship and I really like it, this I really like it now makes it an opinion. Instead of, until the point you say it's a ship, if 10 people stand here and you ask them what is it, they don't fight about it. They will all say it's a ship, and there is no fight. But the moment you say, okay, how is this ship, then all 10 can have a different opinion about the ship. Someone can like it, someone can not like it, someone can find it somehow. So my whole point is that if we just stick to the facts, if we could just stick to observation, then our life can become way more simpler and way more free of problems and conflicts with other people. Because this personalizing every observation kind of creates the division between me and the other person. Because my personalized observation is different, and the other person's personalized observation certainly would be different, because we have we have grown up in a different scenario, we have grown up in a different places, families, houses, conditionings are different for all both of us. The way we grew up is different, and hence our personal opinion anyway ends up being different. And this difference in personal opinion, we think that we are two different people. Okay, but you have to observe this while you do it, that you become different from the other, not naturally. Naturally, nature has provided just this clean observation. If you don't do anything with observation, you will see how nice and sensitive and perfect the system is. Your observational system is very nicely evolved, and nature has provided really nice tools to you. But the moment you start putting your own personal elements into it, the moment you start saying, okay, this is nice, this is not nice, this is like this is like this, that's where the differences come. So if we stick to honest, clean, pure observation, there is no need for terms like agree to disagree, actually, because everything that you will observe with someone else, your end result will eventually be the same, because the observation of both is the same, because you are not introducing your personal element into it. Okay, and you can introduce the personal element later on when you're sitting by yourself in your house, and then you can feel, okay, I liked it, I didn't like it, or whatever. But when you're dealing with someone else, when you're communicating with someone else, at that moment you can feel the danger of personalizing information. Because the more you personalize the information, the more you personalize your communication, the greater problems are going to be, because the other person also is personalizing. Then the meaning of the words become different. Then everything has to be an explanation, a clarification. You try to solve one problem, you create 5 more problems. So in this way, I kind of wanted to hint towards this thing, that an observation and a personal opinion are two different things. Okay, you can make the observation a personal opinion by adding a personal fact, a personal aspect to it, so as to say a motive, for example, or observing with fear, observing with a motive, observing with a desire, observing with something else which is your personal element, and then this personal element makes it a personal observation. So you can see, when you will observe it, you will see that you're doing it, and it happens quite fast, that sometimes it's very difficult even to see it, that it's happening, that you're doing it. But if you really want to investigate into it, if you really want to see how living with pure observation makes your life a whole lot better, a whole lot, I don't know, happy in that sense, calm, safe, then you have to investigate into this question. You have to see how you personalize an observation, how these things work in a way, so as to say. So try to experiment with it, try to see it, how you observe something, and then how you put a personal aspect to that observation to make it your own. And then you have to tell the other person, it's my opinion, it's my way of looking, it's my this and my that. If you don't do that, if you restrict yourself to just staying with honest observation of the fact and nothing else, see how it feels, see how it affects your life, and then maybe some new things can open for you. Because this personalization of the observation consumes a lot of energy. You don't feel it, you don't see it, but actually it takes a lot of energy. You have to incorporate a lot of thought into your observation to make it personal. And then when you will not do it, you will also see that a lot of free energy is available for you, and your observation is becoming more and more intense and more, I don't know, I don't want to use the word clear. You can use the word clear, but the observation becomes more and more deep. It has a depth to it, you know. Yeah, I think that would be much sensible. So I hope you're enjoying your time, and you can enjoy this view one more time. It's a beautiful snowfall from few days, and I have enjoyed it a lot, and hope you are also enjoying your winter. So if you have any question about it, if you agree to disagree with me, then please write to me in the comments, and we will come back next time in a new video. Thank you.